have you ever actually been under a mistletoe?
Yes, but for the first time ever, I think this year, my wife did hang a piece of mistletoe under one of our doors.
Oh, she did? Okay.
I don't think I've ever been under mistletoe in my life before this. I didn't even know what mistletoe looked like. I guess, through TV or whatever, I guess I've seen it, but I don't know if
you held
I don't
it
know
up
if it's
close,
fake
would you know?
mistletoe, if it's real mistletoe that my wife has, but like if it's, plastic and it looks like it, or if it really is, but we do have one under one of our, like the door going into the kitchen.
Reggie?
Never.
How?
Not once. I don't know. And look, maybe it's one of those things where, because Mike's right, we've seen it all over popular culture and like television and stuff. Maybe it's one of those things that seemed like it was going to be more ever present, like quicksand. You remember how ever present quicksand was in your TV watching, and now you're like, I expected as an adult to encounter quicksand because I had a whole game plan.
Yeah, but you haven't been in the jungle enough, right?
Yeah, I guess
How
so.
often are you in the desert? Like those, like we have a lot of concrete, and I guess there should be quicksand under our concrete. But you're right. I did expect that there would be lots of quicksand in the world.
Yeah,
and
as
I've
a
yet to
kid,
see
you are
it.
scared of quicksand. Like, will this sand sink me?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
It happened in the last Star Wars movie. It happened when I was a little kid. The never-ending story, the horse that dies.
So yeah, I guess what I'm saying is mistletoe is my quicksand because I swore once it hit Christmas time, it was just going to be around.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it.
I have seen in our neighborhood. Sometimes the trees, whenever the leaves fall off, there's stuff left on the trees, and somebody just said that mistletoe is tree cancer. I don't know how true that is. I'll look it up. Maybe it's one of those things where it takes over a tree and really does like suffocate what it's trying to. I don't know if that's true or not. So yeah, if you can help us out with that. But one year I walked in, my kids were playing basketball at this church up in Plano, and they had tons of mistletoe on this table, and they were cutting it into little pieces. And I was like, "What did you?" One of the guys that was working there, he runs a lawn business, and so he had gotten it all out of this one tree, and they were giving it to families to have mistletoe in the house. Adrian got one. The only time I've ever been under mistletoe is that one year when Mike, just like my wife did, she put it under when you walk into the house. And I made sure that every time we were under it that I gave her a kiss, and the kids went, ew, gross. But up until then, I never had a magic moment. I was never just walking around randomly with some girl at Christmastime, and then all of a sudden we had to kiss because we had mistletoe hanging above us in the movie theater. It just didn't happen. I always thought there would be more mistletoe around. Reggie, it looks like you have something there.
Yeah, apparently mistletoe is a parasite. The folks that are saying that it's like a fungus or that it's, tree cancer, for lack of a better term, they're right. Like it gets on these other plants and it leaches off of them.
Yeah, lots of people texted that in.
Why have we made mistletoe this big thing?
I have no clue. I don't know when the history of mistletoe started. Is there anything else that is in the spirit of Christmas that you've never gotten to experience or wanted to experience?
It says there are more than 900 species of mistletoe.
Oh my gosh, how could there be
I don't
that
even
much
know,
of it
if
out
you're
there?
like, yeah, this is mistletoe. Yeah, there's 900 different ones of it.
From the 254, I've never seen a shooting star before. I have. Huh. I saw a shooting star one night when I was driving home, thought it was a UFO, scared the crap out of me. It just turned out to be a shooting star. Another Cory in America, actually in DFW, saw it at the same time, and we both tweeted about it together. So it was an amazing moment for us.
Are you high right now? That sounds like somebody would say when they were high.
Dead serious. I was driving home from
Someone
work
else
that night.
named Cory also saw this.
We actually talked about it at a fan event. We were like, it's the Corys discussing shooting stars. From the 469, quicksand isn't even as quick as TV shows too. So you could look that up. And then somebody said, we used to sell mistletoe door to door out of a wagon when I was a kid. So you just walk around. That's a great idea for the kids during the holidays. Go up and be like, hey, would you like to buy this for 25 cents? You probably stole it out of somebody's tree.
I mean, aren't you trying to not fight quicksand too? For somehow in the 0.000000001% chance that you find quicksand and you step in it, how are you supposed to get out if you can't fight your way out?
I think so. I watch a lot of Bear Grylls. Right? I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Bear Grylls.
Sure.
Before.
So in order to get out, you have to drink your own urine.
No, you don't have to drink. You can't drink your urine because you got to reach down in there.
Look, man, I know Bear Grylls, and the answer to everything I believe is drink your own urine.
He was in quicksand. He said if you can find a stick of some sort you lay the stick out in front of you, and you use that for surface area. All right, so you're trying to create as much surface area on top of the quicksand as you can, and then you got to monkey crawl to get out of there. It's going to take a lot of effort, but you got to find as much surface area as you possibly can. Somebody says they've never seen a reindeer before. There are reindeer that exist. There are real reindeer out there, right? Like not just Santa's reindeer.
They just don't fly.
Maybe they don't fly the same way.
Or they don't fly when we're looking.
Have you ever roasted chestnuts on an open fire?
Not once.
No.
That's your favorite song, though, isn't it, Mike?
Yeah, by Nat King Cole.
That's your favorite Christmas song is chestnuts over an open fire.
Right.
You was singing it the other day, Reggie. Mike, give us a little taste of that.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Not as bad as I thought it might be.
Jack Frost nipping at your nose.
There you go.
Yeah, Nat King Cole is just, I don't know, that's just a great Christmas song for me. My kid hates it. I say Jake hates it. He only likes fast Christmas songs.
Oh, okay. All right. That makes sense. The old 97s have a good fast Christmas beat if you want to check that out sometime. How do you roast chestnuts? Is it like
on an open fire?
Yeah,
they gave you the whole instructions in the song.
It's a nut. Like how do you
pretty much told you what to do.
But how do you just hang it over? Like do you stick it through a wire of some sort? How do you get it over the open fire? How
It
do
must
you
be
do
a soft nut.
You put it in a pan? I've never understood that before. So from the 469,
maybe you put it in a frying pan.
Maybe put it in
instead of like a marshmallow,
a skillet, and then put
Or
that
a hot
on
dog.
something. That makes sense. Yeah, I don't think you can, or maybe you have some tongs and you can. I don't know how it works.
I think I've had chestnuts before. They're not. I don't think they're that good.
Okay, all right, that makes sense. From the 469, I've never been haunted by the ghost of Christmas past.
That's a good point.
I'm not a big fan of that movie in any form at all, except for the Mickey Mouse version. Mickey Mouse version is the only version that I'm actually okay with. All the rest of them actually do scare me. I get creeped out by it.
Of what?
The Ghost of Christmas Past.
Oh.
That story, like I like the story. I understand it. You know, you got Scrooge and everything. I get that.
Was that a Christmas Carol?
Yeah, a Christmas Carol. But like Jim Carrey's version, that just it was really awkward to me.
That's Jim Carrey for you.
Okay,
though. Like that's kind of what he does. He's very over the top, and either it's entertaining or it's terrifying, right?
From the 940, there is quicksand along the Red River. I've never been in the quicksand at the Red River, so but because I'm usually going to either like Windstar or somewhere else. I'm not trying to stop at the Red River and actually hang out. From the 469, come on, Reggie. Bear's way out of everything is to stay in a hotel that night. Okay, that's pretty funny, actually.
Oh, because Bear
Grylls, he had that one time where he got sick. Probably could have helped himself out there.
It is TV. They have to kind of like do certain things. But I get that one. That wasn't good the one time.
From the 940, a caribou is a reindeer. I thought they were a little bit different.
I don't know.
I've seen caribou in the Tom Hanks movie, the Polar Express. The
yes.
Caribou. And then from the 214 or the 401, mistletoe is the next thing that's going to be canceled because it's tree cancer.
Oh yeah, no.
So we got to get rid of it.
I'm actually okay with that. Let's get mistletoe up out of here. Let's get it out the paint. Because it sounds like it's overrated, incredibly overrated.
From the 817, driving down Highway 83 near Abilene, there is so much mistletoe in the mesquite trees out here. I wonder, does it like to grow in trees that are lower to the ground? They're more like shrubs, or does it like to grow in the big tall oaks? How does it get up there? I don't know enough about mistletoe to actually know. The whole reason I asked this, from the 972,
it says its mistletoe grows in the branches of trees such as hawthorn, poplar, and lime.
Okay.
Although in the UK, the most common hosts are cultivated apple trees.
Okay. Well, that makes a lot of sense there. And then I like this one right here. I've never ridden in a one-horse open sleigh. We've never had enough snow for me to actually be in a one-horse open sleigh area. Have y'all ever?
No, I mean, I've done that.
Like wagon rides.
In Highland Park.
Yeah, I've done that.
The horse. You really have to hope it doesn't poop while you're on that, because then it wafts into your nose and your smell. But I've done that before.
I had... that's how I found out I was allergic to horses. My chest started burning and my everything started to get really scary for me, and I was like, "What's happening here?" And then that's like the next day I went to the allergist, and they were like, "Oh, by the way, you're deathly allergic to horses." And I was like, "I thought I was going to die last night." So that's how I learned that I can't be around horses. Thanks,
So is there a different sleigh? Is there a different like beast of burden that we can put on your sleigh to get that thing going?
Yeah, a lion. I'm perfectly okay with a lion.
I don't think a lion is gonna pull your sleigh, dude.
Well,
You ever think Mark Cuban went to one of those allergic people and they said, you're allergic to the draft?
coming up next on the KNC Masterpiece,